Major policy change by the Trump administration. Officials are now telling more than 500,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela who came to the U.S. legally under a sponsorship process created by the Biden administration that they have 30 days to pack their bags, to self-register for self-deportation on a smartphone app created by the government and leave the country voluntarily. If not, the Department of Homeland Security, Vlad, is warning that they will be found, arrested, and deported from the country. And in 30 days, their deportation protections and work permits will expire. These people, again, came to the U.S. legally and right now have legal status, but in the next 30 days, unless a federal court intervenes, they will become part of the undocumented population.
Well, this message is for the Latinos who voted for Trump, more specifically the Cubanos. See, I told you. Now your asses are going to be sent back to your fucking country. You're going to lose all your businesses, livelihoods, all your friends. All because you thought you were fucking light-skinned enough to go ahead and get a free fucking pass. How does it feel now, huh? To have somebody tell you that you don't fucking belong here. For someone to tell you that even though you got signed work to be here, that they're going to go ahead and revoke it. Crazy, right? And now this is the consequences of your fucking actions because you wanted to be a fucking pick-me. And when you're back in Cuba and you're sitting there wondering what the fuck happened or how things went wrong, remember, you did this. This is your fault. This is your problem that you need to deal with now.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's episode, guys, we are going to be watching a video compilation we've done for you of Cubans, Venezuelans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans who are finding themselves in trouble because of Trump's new laws.
Right, and in this video, some of them are claiming to be legal immigrants in America, and they just don't understand why their citizenship is being revoked and why they want to be deported or register for self-deportation.
Right, guys, we don't want to talk a lot. Let's watch and then we come back and talk about it. Kindly let us know your thoughts and opinion on the comment section. Also consider subscribing if it's your first time here. Let's watch and then we come back.
So why is no one talking about the Trump administration about to take away the citizenship of 500,000 people that are already here legally? Not only that, but there is a travel advisory in effect for the United States because so many people are leaving and coming back and they don't have citizenship and they are being detained and literally put in fucking shackles. 530,000 people that are about to lose citizenship are not criminals. They have not committed crimes. They simply just want to deport them at this point. Multiple articles are stating that Trump is revoking the legal citizenship of Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. And the Trump administration themselves said that they will revoke the temporary legal status of more than 500,000 migrants from those 4 places. Migrants without a legal basis to remain have been warned to leave the country before their work permits and deportation shields are canceled on the 24th of April. These are people who were bought under different sponsorship processes known as CHNV that were designed to open legal migration pathways to everyone. Trump has suspended the program and now they are saying you have until April 24th to leave. This includes people who have obtained legal citizenship status in the United States. If you came over through any of those programs, whether you have a visa or you don't, they are saying you gotta go. You combine that with how Britain is beefing up their travel warnings over U.S. border enforcement, stating that they have had several citizens detained and unlawfully treated and that are still in custody. And I don't know where the U.S. is headed, but it's not good. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen April 30th when some of these people are still here. Are they going to round them up? Are they going to send the police to go get them? Like, what the fuck is the plan? And it's not going to be a good one in any means, and I think people might actually get hurt.
All 520,000 people who came on the parole programs from Haiti, Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, they all came legal, never violated the law for even one day, all worked legally, contributing to the United States. You can't use the excuse follow the system and do things the right way as a reason to kick them out, because they did do things the right way. So let's call it what it is. You're hating the player instead of hating the game.
Now do you understand that it was never about your legal status? It was just about the fact that you were not white. Trump told you that he was going to do this and you let him use you. Cubans for Trump, Latinos for Trump, dogs for slaughterhouses, and y'all voted for him. And it's just because you had too much disdain for a black woman. You could not stand to see a black woman make it into the position of power that y'all wanted, so you voted for the man who wanted to send you back to your war-torn countries. Because most of these visas, the over 500,000 visas that he's revoking are visas that Biden gave to people who were fleeing war-torn countries. Biden did so much for the country, provided so much solitude, gave the people a fighting chance, alley-ooped it up to Harris, and you guys said, no, she's black, fuck that shit. Now you have a month to self-deport, not a month to contest, not a month to get your legal status in order. He is giving 500,000 people a month to self-deport or face deportation through ICE. And you know what ICE is now? They take you to Guantanamo Bay. They're going to make you slave labor. And you know who doesn't have rights in America? Non-citizens. I remember vividly arguing with people, letting them know that it did not matter if you got here legally. It does not matter how you are as an immigrant, if you're a model immigrant. If you are not a white American, they were not going to protect you. And we told you all. What? I just saw a video of Cubans on the boat singing Cubans are going to vote for Trump. You see the first list of people on this? Cubans. And they were one of the loudest supporters of Trump. It makes no sense. He said he was going to do this. I need to know, why did y'all vote for him when y'all knew he was going to do this?
Massive news as Donald Trump has now revoked legal status for 530,000 immigrants here in the United States. That's right. People who have came to this country legally are now being told they have to leave in 30 days. This announcement is actually coming from the Federal Register notice. Yes, you may not have heard it because, well, this is something they're trying to keep secret. And once you understand this program, you start to realize this makes absolutely no sense, because in order for these people to come here to the United States under things like TPS, they need to have a U.S. sponsor, meaning someone like me or you has to sponsor these folks, show money, show you could take care of them, which means there's no money coming from U.S. citizens to bring these people and house these people inside our country. And yet, they're being kicked out. This program now will affect people like Cubans, Haitians, Venezuelans, who had came here once again legally to this country. This will be published in the Federal Register on Monday, and it says that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security said revoking the parole status would make it easier to place these immigrants in a fast-track deportation process known as expedited removal. Now, these immigrants have been here, paying taxes, paying rent to Americans. It's not costing us anything for them to be here, but the removal is going to cost us a lot. Because now imagine that's rent money to landlords that won't get that. These are a lot of businesses in which now will be shut down and shattered, which will hurt our economy. But the one thing that people aren't realizing is these are families. Imagine being in this country legally for the past few years, either having kids going to school, being involved in activities. Now you're ripping away that mom and dad and their kids from their homes, from their schools and businesses, and sending them back to the place they were trying to get away from. That is like the most un-American thing I can imagine. Because remember, America started because we wanted a fresh start from other countries. People come to this country for a fresh start. They do it legally. These are not people who came here illegally. They came here legally to start a new life for themselves. And now they're being told, bye, you need to go home. And so I need your help in sharing this video so that people understand that at this very moment, Trump is attacking legal status. Not people who came here illegally, but people who legally came here, and is sponsored by Americans, and it's costing us nothing, and yet they're helping our economy. But we're telling them and those families and those kids, goodbye. I know, it doesn't make much sense. That's why I need you to share it.
The Trump administration has removed the legal status of 532,000 people. I thought that MAGA said, you got to come here the right way. That is the right way. MAGA said that, oh, we only want to deport criminals. These people are not criminals. They didn't cross the border like you say that they're criminals. They don't do anything wrong. They have a social security, they pay taxes, and they work. None of them are munching of the government. And these people are here because they were granted the legal status. And now MAGA says he's going to take it away because they feel like it. So tell me again how this is about illegal immigration. Tell me again how this is about people crossing the border illegally. None of these people cross the border illegally, but they're still getting deported. And the Trump administration is giving them 30 days to get out of the country. Most of these people, Nicaraguans specifically, cannot go back to Nicaragua. A lot of them are considered deserters or traitors to the dictatorship that is there. So where are they going to go? They have two options: or risk going to prison in Nicaragua, or going to prison here and be sent to El Salvador or Guantanamo Bay. How the fuck is that fair? And if you think that we don't have any responsibility on this, you need to open a history book and you need to know how we have influenced those countries to make them the trash that they are now. And yes, I call them trash because of the governments that they have. And we're imitating that government. I'm Alex, this is my rant, and this is extremely fucked up.
¿Por qué lo están arrestando? Why you guys arresting him?
No hicimos nada.
What do you do?
No trae papeles que me digan. Show me proof. Show me proof. Where's the proof?
La chancla, pásame la chancla, por favor. La chancla, pásame.
Hey, why you guys holding him like that, man?
Show me proof.
Why you guys taking him?
Show me proof of what you said.
Hey, do you guys have a warrant to even be in here?
Do you want to get arrested too?
No, I just want you
back
to
up and let me do my job.
I want you to show me proof.
You're not a lawyer, I'm not doing that.
I want you to show me
¿Por qué lo está arrestando?
Do you want your go to CPS?
Tiene que probarlo.
Why are you threatening her like that,
I
man?
need proof.
No, you don't. Hey, don't push her.
Hey, don't push it. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, ¿qué está haciendo? No. ¿Qué está haciendo? Eso es violencia, oiga. No. Hey. ¿Qué está haciendo? Hey, ¿por qué está haciendo eso? ¡Eso es violencia!
I need proof that why they're taking him.
¿Qué está haciendo?
No manches, esta gente que hay aquí. I need proof that they're taking him and why.
¡Eso es violencia, pendejo!
Are you okay? ¿Está bien? ¡Ay, qué de la pinche madre!
Hey, what happened?
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this episode. So Cubans, Venezuelans, Nicaraguans and Haitians have found themselves first on Trump's chopping block, right? So they've been given 30 days to either self-deport themselves or be taken into detention camps. And my thing is, okay, you can understand why they didn't think they'd come into Trump's crossfires, because they don't consider themselves illegals. They did it the right way, as we've heard in the videos, but still they found themselves in hot water. And I remember we've done a few other episodes where even Caucasians from Britain, other parts of the world, migrated into America and went on a trip. Coming back, they found themselves in these same camps and they were being harassed, although they were legal. So this is just to say that everybody right now expect to be going through such treatment, especially Hispanics, because right now I'm seeing it's affecting a lot of Hispanics.
Yeah, and I feel like for now, in the next 4 years to come, the people who are being targeted, whether you're legal or illegal, but most specifically the legal migrants, I really wish that they start preparing themselves in order to sell whatever valuables they have, so that they can at least have money to go and resettle somewhere else for the next 4 years before this administration is done with its work, and then they can maybe consider coming back into the US after this term is over, because right now everybody is being targeted if you're an immigrant in USA.
Right, I feel like this is such a sad situation, because nobody saw it going like this. Okay, when Trump talks about deporting illegal immigrants, of which himself he did say as much, he would deport illegal immigrants,
and
so I guess
that if you entered into the country the correct way, nobody would
be
touch you.
But look at where they are now, and let's look at the case of Nicaraguans. These people, we know that country is not stable to some extent. If you're not fighting the government of tyranny, you're fighting against something else. So Nicaraguans are in a very hot soup, because it's either they have one of two options: either they get deported to Nicaragua, or they get taken to El Salvador, which does not offer a good situation when they arrive there.
And I do believe that all these immigrants immigrants, the 500,000 plus immigrants, they've been given up to 30th of April for them to get their affairs in order, register for self-deportation, and get moving. I do feel like for those ones who will ignore this call and maybe think that for the ones who are in the 500,000 category, and they do think that they might maybe be able to get away with not self-registering for deportation because they feel like since they are legal migrants, they won't be taken anywhere. I do feel like to some extent the government has details of its citizens, and it also has details of immigrants, especially the ones who went into America the correct way. I do feel like after April 30th, things might start getting a bit awkward and worse, and they will be gotten for sure. Yeah, and there's no hiding. It's looking like the government was prepared for this. They're ready to spare whatever kind of resource to get this done, be it human resource, be it financial resource. They are very, very ready because they cannot be starting a process they can't finish. Another thing, I feel like this telling them to self-deport or register for self-deportation in 30 days, this kind of feels like a scare tactic, because I'm asking myself, what will happen if you're sure in yourself, yeah, you are in that category where you came in the right way, but you're apparently in that 530,000 category. So what if you don't self-register? Is something really going to happen to you? We don't know. Considering you're a legal migrant. Yeah, we don't know. Will something happen to you? And then on the other hand, as I said, if this should this be a scare tactic, this would be one way to get rid of a lot of immigrants who are even the legal ones and the illegal ones. It would be a way to get rid of them in a more easy and quicker way. Yeah, and guys, you remember when just before elections, when the elections were nearing, people on TikTok kept insisting that all these immigrants that were flooding America at the time, they were being encouraged to come to America because someone somewhere wanted to use their votes to gain the presidency, which I don't know how true that is. But if this is very true, maybe these people have fulfilled their purposes and they voted the right way, the way they were supposed to be voting, and now that their services has come to completion, the powers that be that allowed them to come in wants to take them the same way they came in. Right, I'm just assuming that those ones who are considered legal, who came in the right way, maybe some of them were in a position where they were able to vote and they voted the way they did, right? So I'm just assuming, I don't know, let's calculate. You never really know. No, let us know in the comment section your thoughts on that. Yeah, so yeah, in some sense, maybe they have completed what they were there to do, and now they want them. Nobody wants them in America, right? And it is quite unfortunate for them, but you know, you get what you voted for, and yeah, although it's quite sad that a lot of people have to live in fear, because 530,000, you can imagine a lot of family people. Yeah, that's a lot of family, and you don't know people's background because you never know. People are always running away from something, and for you to cross an ocean or successfully manage to gain citizenship into the other country that you're going to. Yeah, so you can imagine what people are running from for different reasons, you know, but it's whatever. It could be even just a mere reason like financial, you know, you want to get greener pastures and in terms of finance. So anyway, let's just wait and see how this is going to be, because there's someone who was saying unless a federal court intervenes to block what Trump is trying to do, then these people are in trouble. So I'm trying to think, what if indeed the federal court intervenes and stops what Trump is trying to do? And then already there are those who have self-registered for deportation and are deported. You know, those are records that stay permanent. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode in the comment section. We'd really love to hear your thoughts and opinion. Also, consider subscribing before you leave if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on our next episode. Thank you so much for watching.